we do not presently have deck lists available. They will, or rather, we do not have them posted online. They will probably get posted on MTG Top 8 and MTG Goldfish and those places. Pip and I have access to them.
We have right in front of us.
We have the like literal paper ones that people wrote up for us. Yeah, I thought it was one land Prism, and that was why I thought it was a bad hand. Burn, I think, just mulligans. And is scrying. That was a Fire Blast to the bottom.
So if we want to start thinking about Jace's plan here, he does not have Dinrova Horror. His only finishers are like Rolling Thunder, a single Ulamog's Crusher, and he has Mnemonic Walls, but only for value.
Yeah. I don't see a second mountain there. Is one of those cards a mountain and I don't recognize it?
What are you looking
at? Burn's Hand. And I do see a curse. I'm not sure what else. Trying to deduce what else is there. There's our oh, Quadoink. Get Rift.
Jace has 2 Pulse of Murasa in main deck.
Yeah, it looks like he is on one land. Oh yeah, Needle Drop plus Rift Bolt is sweet.
Needle Drop, boy.
Ripped a Fire Blast. That's not going to be useful for a while. Tron has another Cliffs. He's playing that to see. Oh, for the map, because now he can set up Tron next turn, and that'll be useful. Presumably just pass with stuff open if he needs it, or more likely get. Burn being on one land is like pretty much where you want to be, especially when their turn 2 play is just deal 1 to you. Because Burn's probably not going to get through all of their cards before Tron starts having counter blocks, or like counter spells, and then eventually starts getting locks up. Burn just sitting there on one land is exactly what you want. It is precisely exactly what you want. Is he evoking that? Oh, no, he has Tron. Never mind. Wow, this looks amazing for Tron. Gets shot. Does Tron have 7 cards? He does. Okay, cool. Looked like 8 to me for a second. I thought there was another one behind that moment's piece.
Just
there's
the 7.
not. Oh, they didn't adjust on screen?
What's that?
He marked it on his paper, marked his damage on his paper, but didn't adjust it on.
Oh, is he at 18? Did he gain one? Or what? What's up?
No, he's not. He's at 14. He just got shot by a Rift Bolt.
That changed.
What?
All he's been shot with was Rift Bolt and Needle Drop, and he
he got shot by a second Rift Bolt right there.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. He shot the Mole Drifter.
Oh, he shot the Mole Drifter. Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's a rough line for Michael to take, but it's all he had.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're gonna see a. Oh, not a curse. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh man. You know it's late when I missed that he Rift Bolts a Mole Drifter. This is a. We're deep, chat. We're deep into commentary today.
Dies to Doomblade.
Doomblade, not usually a card you expect to be great against Burn, but... Some days, when you're in semifinals, reading chat out loud is sometimes what commentary is, and even before that.
All right, Jace is getting that sweet buyback value as he buyback capsizes this Thermo Alchemist.
So do you just like start capsizing lands for Burn and just be like?
Oh, he's hitting lands. Excellent.
I mean, that's what I would do, because he's at the point where he can pretty much capsize 2 a turn, and Burn just never does anything. Burn will never have 2 mana again if Jace decides he doesn't want him to.
He does have 12 mana. I don't know. Yeah, he has enough blue to do it a bunch.
Yeah. You do. I mean, there is the. Oh yeah,
He'll just
Flame Slash.
that. That's fine.
That's fine. That's reasonable. Maybe capsize 1 land end step or something like that, and then you wanna start. Because eventually you want him to only ever have 1 land again. Because eventually because after you do it 1 time, after you get him back to 0 lands 1 time, he's only ever gonna have 1 land drop, which means that you can pay 6 mana, bounce a mountain, and then still have like 8+ mana left. So Tron is like pretty locked. Does he have a counterspell in hand? He does. I don't think he does, but
I think that's a false summoning. No, it's capsize. I was looking at capsize.
Yeah, he does have capsize. I was wondering what the back cards were. Because I was wondering if those were counterspells. It looks like those are Shimmering Grottos. And Tron does need a clock. Because even at 1 mana a turn, Burn can eventually kill you. Yeah, 2x Shimmering Grottos, there is a Flame Slash, there's a Capsize, and I think it's a Moment's Peace. And he just drew a Mole Drifter? No, he just drew a Prophetic Prism. And Swift Watercliffs off the Prism. Gain 1.
Gain incremental life. You know what Burn can't beat? Small life gain.
Yeah.
He just needs to capsize, still hits Crusher, yeah.
Yeah. He does have 1 main deck Crusher. He does not have any horrors, and he has Rolling Thunder as his main win condition. Alright, so is this when we're going to start seeing the capsize chain? Oh, he let him get to 3 mountains. Oh no. Oh no.
He wants to bounce that curse before upkeep. Chain Lightning. Ooh, throw it back at him. Do it. Throw it back in his face.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Get him. Dang.
So he's gonna, yeah, he's probably gonna capsize the curse. I would have just left up mana and capsized 2 permanents a turn until you only need to do 1, because then Burn has such a rough time. Whereas now he's been letting him have some mana by trying to do other things, which ultimately is not going to be, I don't think, going to be where you want to be.
I think this is where Jason's going to start his double capsize trip.
I hope so.
Because you can't just let that Thermo Alchemist sit around forever. Just kidding, you don't have to.
He can still now double capsize and like put him down to 1 land, and then he has 2 mana next turn, and then he can do it again, and then Michael will just be on 1 mana a turn. How much mana does he have? Enough. A lot. I count 6. I count 15 mana for Tron right now. Once he untaps next turn. Looks like he's flashing back Forbidden Alchemy.
Seems good.
I don't know. I don't like these lines as
Pulse
much.
to Murasa seems really good.
Pulse is really good. I would much rather put Burn into a place where they just can't operate, and then I'm operating with like, 9+ free mana every turn. So that would have been my preferred set of lines across this. I just think that is safer. Mm-hmm. And when you're this far ahead, playing safe seems better to me, as opposed to letting Burn have lands and have enough mana to do things. Because Burn would have been discarding the hand size by now if he had 2 turns ago capsize,
Ben bounces,
capsize.
yeah.
Yeah. And they would just have one land. Michael Waluyo would have a single land and be discarding to hand size. That's where I want Burn to be.
Ooh, trick. You ready? Jace isn't bouncing lands because he's worried Michael has a Fire Blast and doesn't want to get his capsize permanently in the graveyard because it won't resolve.
Ooh.
That's why he's not bouncing lands.
Ooh, yeah.
He doesn't want to get his capsize countered by not resolving.
Maybe. I could see that.
And now he might, because now he has the Mnemonic Wall back up
Yeah.
to go get it again.
See, that seems good. That's a good point. That could be that. Maybe he's even thinking of that. That could be a real thing. No, I think he's just getting pulse back.
That's fine.
He's probably gonna pulse back that Mold Drifter that died earlier. Play the Mold Drifter. Pulse. This Mold Drifter is probably gonna die next turn. Because it's his win condition.
Prohibit Tower. You didn't leave Prohibit up, you silly goose.
Yeah, no Didnova in this deck. This is for win conditions. Rolling Thunder and Ulamog's Crusher. I believe the other Tron deck that is facing down Bogles right now was the Dinrova version. Let me double check. Yeah, the other Tron deck in top 8 is on Dinrova Horror. I'm not sure on the result of that and Bogles. It will be over by the time... It will be over well before this one is, though. So by the time this game is over, we will be in finals. Like, we will move straight from this to finals. I'll be right back. I'm going to go check on the Bogles Tron and see if they are done yet. So they might be.
Mold Drifter getting in. Jace's gonna throw that Thermal Alchemist back in her hand. It looks like he's finally gonna go. He's finally gonna start capsizing stuff.
Tron beat Bogles.
Sweet.
So, top 8, maybe Tron v Tron. Will either be Tron v Tron or Tron v Burn. We might finally have the mirror match after all day of Tron.
Jace just bounced a land.
And did he sack it to...
No.
Okay. Tron's at 24. Yeah, today was like the many lives of different Trons, because we also saw a lot of different Tron variations. We saw the Rug one, we saw both Rug with and without Ulamog's Crusher, we saw Dinrova Horror versions, we saw the Restick Tron, although we didn't really get to see Restick Circle. Yeah, we never saw Restick Circle out of that. So, like, we saw Restick Tron, theoretically. We saw a 5-color version, like, the many ways to play Tron. That was what happened today, and a lot of different matchups. The Mirror of Tron is fun to watch, though. It's also long. It's it's gonna be a long night.
Ooh, Mold Drifter or Mystical Teachings? Or Mnemonic Wall?
Oh, in this position, I would take the Mold Drifter, I think. Oh, what did he take?
I think he took the wall.
That's fair. I can justify that. The mountain was clearly the worst option.
What? Mountains are so good.
I would probably have just taken the Mold Drifter and jammed the Mold Drift. Oh, no. You take the wall, you get the pulse, and then you get back the Mold Drifter.
There you go.
And then you just
draw every card that you put in the graveyard instead.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one that you do. I was thinking Mold Drifter because you want to get a clock down, like, ASAP.
But no, you don't. You don't care.
Yeah, no, you just... I mean, look at the mana. Do we even know how much mana Tron has at this point?
Billions.
Do we care?
Billions of mana.
How much mana does he have? Just all of it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
We know it's more than 15 because he's had at least 2 land drops since we counted at 15.
Yeah.
Okay, Burn has had enough. Michael Wallio has said done. And at least one of the lands since that 15 was a Tron land, I think. So all of it. He had all of the mana. All right. So this time we will be seeing what Burn can do if they with a little bit more mana, hopefully. Because that game was just hard for Burn. He started on 1 land, and then Tron got to start capsizing permanents and stuff. Like that was a hard game for Burn, and a little bit abnormal. Burn is usually very consistent, so
it's got a lot of the same spells.
Yes.
A lot of redundancy.
A lot of redundancy. Usually doesn't flood out. Usually hits 2 lands without much trouble. Like you usually are on 2 or 3 lands as Burn, and you're on them fairly quickly. Like that's just pretty normal. So we'll see if we get a more standard game this time around instead of, you know, stuck on. Although like it is also fairly common for Burn to get stuck on 1 because you're running 20 lands. And that's always everybody's favorite when they're sideboarding against Burn. They bring in land destruction. Burn's like, I'm on a mountain. And you're like, no, you're not. Let's see if I can win the game before you get lands. Serene Heart kills curses. I never even thought of that. I run the one that's 3 mana destroy all enchantments, I think, instead. I don't remember what my justification for that was. Might have been just because I wanted to blow up Tortured Existence. I don't recall. I think I had a justification for it once upon a time. I might just switch to Serene Heart because it seems way better now. Tranquility, yes, thank you. That's the one that I was running. I can't currently think of a reason to run that over Serene Heart.
So the reason Pulse Murasa took so long to become a thing in Pauper was because there was a lot of Flicker decks going on at the time. So every, like, low mana aggro deck, like Mono Green and Elves and Burn and everything, everybody had sideboard hate for, like, Flicker-esque decks. So it made using your graveyard just not a thing. So Pulse Murasa was kind of kept out with that. And now that Tron is just better than Flicker, there's a lot less graveyard hate.
Yeah. Which you still do keep it around for Tron and Tortured Existence and Flicker when it's around, but you're not as scared of it as you used to be. Oh yeah, I remember Drake. Don't bring back Peregrine Drake. No. Yeah, no, that's also a good point. Tranquility still can't be tutored by I'm switching my Tranquilities to Serene Hearts. Serene Heart just seems so much better now. And I can't think of a major target that you're worried about. Like, is there something that you care about that's not an aura in Pauper that is an enchantment? Is there a thing? Hopefully chat will know. Because there is Tortured Existence, but that's the only thing I can think of that's an enchantment that's not an aura in Pauper that gets played. I was thinking Curse of the Pierced Heart, but Curse of the Pierced Heart is an aura. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Spider Silk Armor. I'm just thinking enchantments that see play.
I mean, Spider Silk Armor is a thing. I don't think I'm boarding that in against Elves anyway, though.
No.
Yeah, so I can't think of anything. Jace's Erasure. Okay, actually, that's relevant.
Metal.
That's actually, not Jace's Erasure, but like that, the mill enchantments. Oh, but no, the mill enchantment that I care about is an aura, yeah.
Curse of the Bloody Tome is definitely an aura.
Yeah, Curse of the Bloody Tome is an aura. I don't care about Aura Flux's Tron. Yeah, no, Serene Heart just seems way better. Drop a mana, make it an instant? Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. Today I learned it was an instant. Also, this is not where Tron wants to be at all.
Nope.
This is a sad day for Tron.
But this is how this is supposed to go.
Yeah, like I said, meanwhile, and I guess half of chat said it too. When, if you stumble just a little bit, Burn is a bad day. Burn's almost out of cards, though. Is that a Molten Rain?
I don't know what that is.
He just cast it and tapped a land. Triple Mind doesn't... No, Triple Mind does not, in fact, unfortunately give you Tron.
3 of a kind or 1 of everything gives you Tron. Oh my god, that'd be so good.
I mean, it's a good hand in poker, right?
3 of a kind?
What's that? Oh, Impulse.
Yep.
I always forget that Impulse is legal in Pauper. Ooh, Pyroblast. Pyroblast with the Impulse. Okay. So there's a Fire Blast in Michael Walio's hand, I'm pretty sure. I think that's the last card he has. It is a Molten Rain. Here's Muldrifter.
Evo.
I see a counterspell, and is that a Cop Red?
I think so.
It looked like the old school white bordered cards. I think it's a Cop Red. I mean, that might be enough. Oh, Coalition Honor Guard. Oh, wow, that's also really good.
You know what's not good is 4 mines.
Okay, yeah, that's also not good. Not normal, not good either. Coalition Honor Guard, he can't play it and hold up a counterspell, but probably just jam it. And accept that if Burn has 2 burn spells, they kill it. Or just Fire Blast it or whatever.
It can't redirect Curse anyway, so he's got 2 turns.
4 of a kind, also a really good poker hand. Overall, Tron would rather have a full house. So is that 2 prohibits I see in his hand?
I think so.
Okay. So, oh, but he's going to be at 2 and have to deal with Curse of the Pierce Art? Yeah, Tron is dead unless he rips Pulse of Murasa. And he has to somehow deal with those once Pulse of Murasa's out. Yeah. Oh yeah, we rarely remember to change the stream title. We should do that. Oh man.
Archerino.
I think we're about to go to game 3. Yeah, Tron doesn't have a way to deal with those curses. And it also can't even like cast Muldrifter and hit successfully. I guess it can. It could evoke Muldrifter, hit Pulse of Murasa, and then
Pulse of Murasa on a land to play.
Yeah, and then
Not
still
that
die
land.
to Fire Blast. Like, yeah, no, Tron is dead. We are going to
Yeah, you're
game
dead.
3.
That was the stumble.
Yep. I don't know if he brought in his Serene Heart. It's an interesting question. Because Burn only has the 4 enchantments, but the 4 enchantments are relatively hard to deal with, and they're pretty important. He took out the Capsize?
That doesn't make sense. Capsize is great.
Let me make sure I'm looking at the right list, and it's not just that he has 1 main and 1 side. Thanks.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom while they board.
Okay. Yeah, no, he boarded out the Capsize. I do not think that that is right. I think Capsize is very good against Burn. I would leave that in.
Just too slow.
Maybe. Let me update this scoreboard. Thanks, chat. Yeah, we have 2 Hydroblasts and a Dispel and a Negate from the board of our Tron player, as well as probably a Coalition Honor Guard, potentially a Serene Heart. He boarded out his Moments pieces. Maybe I'm just too high on things that can undo Burns' lands. I do like my capsize against Burn. I just run the 1. I like it because I am scared of Curse of the Pierced Heart. And so for me, I just keep it in, knowing that, like, if the rest of my hand goes well, I will still be alive and then can make sure that Curse of the Pierced Heart doesn't kill me, because that's oftentimes how I die if I don't have capsize. So, I like it. No, we don't have the Moto ban list, so you actually can run all 8 if you want to. I've never seen someone do it. If Burn switched out that many cards for essentially things that are counters and removal, it often wouldn't be able to initiate enough momentum to kill its opponents. So like against Delver, a lot of the time you would rather have a Burn spell, because it'll kill the same things or go face when you want it to, even though it won't deal with counter spells. So maybe I'd go up to 5. I wouldn't go up to 8. Hydroblasts do kill the curses, I guess. If Hydroblast, you have, well, he doesn't have Robohor. He has Hydroblast and Capsize, and Serene Heart if you brought it in, and that's it. And I don't see a Cop Red. There's not a Cop Red in his deck, in his sideboard. So, that's kind of hard. Sinkhole and Hymn to Torek are not legal. Most of the cards that would be impactful that were printed at Common and Paper but not online, we have banned. We've banned, what all? Hymn to Torek, High Tide. High Tide was busted. It broke the first tournament. Goblin Grenade and Sinkhole, Hymn to Torek, High Tide, Goblin Grenade. I think that's it. And then Desert and Merchant Scroll are the 2 that we occasionally see that are legal in paper but not online. And whatever variation of Red and Blue Blasts that people are playing.
Storm is not gross because Storm is banned.
I'm not sure. I don't know what it does without Cloud or Drake.
It doesn't see play is what it does.
Maybe it would, actually, you could still do gross things even with Prosperous Pirates, because what you do is you flicker Prosperous Pirates a couple times, and then you use those mana, or that mana, to flicker, like, a land plus a... no, that doesn't work out very well. I'm not 100% sure what it'll do. I'm not sure what High Tide will do with just, without the... Cloud of Fairies is banned. Everything that is banned on Moto is also banned here. It's just that there are a couple cards that were not printed at Common on Moto that have been printed at Common and Paper. Most of the other major Pauper there aren't many major Pauper tournaments. There's one other one in the States and one in Europe that I'm aware of, and I believe those both use the Moto ban list. I've been to a lot of local events, and they all use the same, like, Paper Moto hybrid that we have here. So there are various schools of thought on how you do it. A lot of people, and like this, if you scroll way up through chat, you'll also see this discussion earlier. A lot of people are of the opinion that we should just go straight to the Moto list and call it good. I think that Moto should just get everything that's printed at Common and Paper into online and Common. So I actually go the other direction. I think Moto needs to catch up. Do people know what CFB is doing with their ban list? Are they just going to use Motos? I guess I can look that up later, because I haven't checked on that. Because they may just be like, hey, the things that aren't, or rather Moto's legality list, which would mean that anything that has been printed at Common and Paper but not online will not be legal.
I would expect they would stick with that because since they'll be doing all the GPs, it's gonna have to be unanimous across all the GPs.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah,
Moto's
Moto
ban
ban
list.
legality, yeah.
Yeah. Ban and legality, thank you. Because it's not just the ban list. Like, we are strictly inclusive of all of Moto's bans. It's just format eligibility. And I assume, yeah, the easiest thing, especially if you're trying to organize big events, it's much easier to keep track of a format where someone else is keeping track of the ban list, and so you don't expect anything weird to just happen. Like, we didn't expect High Tide to be busted here till it actually happened, because I don't think anybody thought of it. And you don't have anything like that could just happen. So I agree with, I think that's a smart decision for CFB, even though I like our ban list, our ban and legality list. Yes, it is. It was fine. Desert was okay. Two of them or various other shenanigans that it could combo with made it fine. It was played in Snow-Go. All right, teachings. What are you getting? What would you teachings for here? Just maybe your second pulse? I think he has a second pulse available. There we go.
Yeah.
Just second pulse. That seems reasonable. There's another one in his graveyard right now.
Lotus Petal doesn't see play because Fast Mana is not powerful in this format.
You don't want to trade. Yeah, you generally don't want to trade the card disadvantage.
Yeah.
Occasionally it will see play in combo decks. Not very often though. I've seen like a mono red heroic deck that ran Simian Spirit Guide to try and get turn 3 kills. I actually saw it get a turn 3 kill because of it. I have seen Lotus Petal in Infect before. That's about it. Alright, Pulse for Wall, get back Pulse, get back Muldrifter, something like that. That seems like a good place to be. Oh, and he did all of it in response to Needle Drop. Okay. Oh, because he was, I guess because he was tapped out. Alright, oh, Thermal Alchemist. Burn has a lot of repeatable damage right now, and Tron is going to have to do something about it eventually. So otherwise, this is just going to be a rough game. Oh, that's 2 Hydroblasts in his hand, though, so he can blow up those curses. That actually seems like a really strong play. Just blow up the curses right now.
I would blow up the Thermo Alchemist before a curse.
Probably has other ways to deal with Alchemist. I mean, yeah, probably, though. It's just so much more dangerous. Is that a Flame Slash at the back of his hand, though?
Yeah, that'd be way better.
Yeah. Oh, and he only has 2 colored mana. So he has to make some choices about what he's going to do this turn. Is that a Pyroblast? There is a Pyroblast. And I think we're about to see a negate on that. Interesting. Okay. And he's getting back Pulse. Tron would really like some more colors right now.
Michael just missed the ability to activate his Thermal Alchemist at end of turn.
No, it was Summoning Sick.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's Summoning Sick right now. They had that discussion a moment ago about Pyroblast because Jace just instinctively went to tap down and Michael corrected him.
Okay.
Yeah. Tron, yes, really wants a Prism.
Prism would be great.
Swiftwater Cliffs is still fine. I would start removing burn stuff right now. I think it's more important to do that than to Pulse, probably. Because that repeatable damage over time is just going to keep you in burst range. Basically, the Pulse and Murasas are going to be undone. Oh, did he just not have a target?
I don't think so.
Oh, I think he just tried to cast it and didn't have a target. So yeah, I would kill that Thermo Alchemist now. Yep, Thermo Alchemist going down. Ping him for 1. Needle drop. Needle drop, I'd probably just be like, that's fine. There was not a lot of Goldotha Boros today.
There you go. What? Counter it. Kill the Thermo Alchemist.
Well, he's killing it with Flame Slash. He was getting needle dropped in response.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. I think I would have just blown up a Curse of the Pierce Tart there. There was one affinity deck. There were 2 Goldotha decks today. Or then there were 2 Monarch decks. They weren't Goldotha. Neither of them had Goldotha in it. I don't think any of Affinity or... I don't think anything with Artifact lands made it to top 16. Not the best... Not Affinity's best showing ever.
$52 players started the tournament?
53 players started the tournament today. Tron really needs to hit colored sources. I wonder, could he use... Okay, I guess he couldn't use teachings for crop rotation. Because I don't think he has crop rotation in his deck, does he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't see a crop rotation.
No.
And he's already out of Hydroblast. So he can't go grab a Hydroblast to take out those curses. How much mana is he at? He's at 6, 9, 12, 14? So he's still a ways away from just rolling, thundering, burn out. Yeah. I don't see a lot of amazing lines for him right now. Okay, he's alchemying to get stuff into his graveyard. Probably you bin the Moldrifter and take the Prism, and then pulse your Moldrifter back. That's my guess. That's what I would do here. I'd actually probably wait a turn to pulse the Moldrifter, because I would Hydroblast one of those curses. Although if he does that, then he could just get burned out, which is a little bit of a problem. So at this point, you are kind of scared of just getting shot. Teachings?
Interesting.
Instead of playing your colored source, what's he getting? Counterspell?
Capsize?
And whatever he gets, he can't do anything with it. It's round 8 for these guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. I think I would have tapped the mine to jam that Prism, and then realized that I just had a lot of stuff moving, because now he just has... Oh, this was on his end step.
Yeah.
I take everything back. That was not main phase for Tron. That was his opponent's end step. I thought that was in Tron's main phase. I was like, wait, these are some interesting decisions. That was Burns' end step. That makes far more sense now. Pulse, get back Moldrifter. Man, if I'm Tron, I actually would love for that wall to die somehow, so that I could get back a Hydroblast or the Pulse again. So I see, it looks like Mountain and Fire Blast and one other thing in Michael Wallio's hand. I'm not sure what the last thing is. Actually, no, that's a full... That looks like that might actually be like full art Searing Blades. It might not be Fire Blast.
There's his, the white one.
Yeah. Tron seems like pretty solid. He's still kind of in burst range if he can't deal with Michael Walio's repeatable damage, because it'll just push him down just a little bit. So in a turn or two, Walio can just blast him. But he is close to stabilizing.
Flame Slash the Thermo.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
So do you Flame Slash the Thermo Alchemist? Yeah, I would do that. Never mind. I was gonna say that or Flame Slash your own wall, as someone in chat suggested. There's a Crusher. That's a clock. Plus 4 damage here. So Burn could be on a 2-turn clock after this. Walio just taps 8 and is like, I'm slamming Crusher, let's do it. Yeah, he also has a Teachings in his graveyard, so he can go fetch a counterspell if he wants to. He does not have Flicker in his hand. I think he does have Flicker in his deck.
No.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
No Ghostly Flicker.
No Ghostly Flickers in this deck.
So it's like Mnemonic Wall is just good because it's a good card.
Okay, yeah, this is the person who had Mnemonic Walls for value. Okay.
Yeah. And the Crush is on. Out to smash. Let me crush.
He did not have any more pulses in the sideboard. Buyback Capsize on the wall. That's true.
Lightning Bolt, boy!
Oh, that's what the full art was a lightning bolt.
Lightning
okay.
Bolt.
I thought it was, I was not sure what it was. Wait, he has a, oh, it's the Seagate Oracle in his hand.
Needle drop to 8.
Oh, so at this point, Tron actually, once Burn is out of cards, Tron actually has a pretty good line in that he can capsize buyback. I mean, well, aside from the fact that he can just kill him with the Crusher. Tron can capsize buyback Muldrifter and Mnemonic Wall, evoke Muldrifter, Mnemonic Wall back to pulse, gain life. So this should be pretty thoroughly locked up. Looks like he's gonna go grab, I'm guessing Dispel. Maybe Condescend if it's around somewhere. Nope, just Dispel. I didn't see a Condescend in there. Might have taken it out. He only had the one in this deck.
Only one Dispel.
Or only one Capsize, or not Capsize, Condescend, sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah, those are all 1-0s. He does have 2 Crushers. There's one in the sideboard, but I don't think he came in. That would be kind of strange.
Oh, I believe we just saw the scoop from Burn.
Yeah. Cool.
So we'll have a mirror match. It's an appropriate way to close out our day of Tron.
That's all I ever wanted to see. Was a Tron mirror match.
Yep. Unless I'm wrong, and did like Burn just dome him out? Burn didn't just dome him out, did he?
I think we would have seen it.
Right, because it looked like, well, he had a Fire Blast and one other card. So yep, Tron v Tron. All right. All right. Should be sometime within the next 2 minutes this will start. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Do it.
No, 2 cards cannot do 9 damage. But there was also... Oh, yeah, because there wasn't... It was not about to pass to Curse of the Pierced Heart. Yeah, so
two
yeah.
Fire Blasts could have done it, but he only had one.
Right. Yep. Yep, you are correct.
Also, he only had 3 mountains in play. I don't think he had played a land for that turn, though. So if he'd had one in hand, then he could have the 4 to sacrifice. But also, he didn't have double Fire Blast, so there was no point. He could have... There's always a chance that you draw it off the Needle Drop. You never know. You never know with the Needle Drop what you're gonna draw.